Hello, my name is M.K. Davis. I want to talk a little bit about the Patterson film and some of the information that I have on it. You may not have heard or may not have seen. This right here is frame 339 from the film, and it was made, you see the quality, it's great. It was made by a man named Mr. Bruce Bonney, and Bruce Bonney had access to the original film. Now it's tinted blue, and all of his seem to be tinted blue, and that's not the natural color. You have to correct for that, or just be annoyed. Let me read you something. The reason that Mr. Bonney wrote this paper right here is because of an argument that he had with a fellow by the name of John Eric Beckyard. Eric Beckyard always claimed that he saw babies in the film and other Bigfoot and things like that, and Bruce Bonney had the original film. And I say original, I mean he says it was the one that was in Patterson's camera. I'd say that was the original. Let me read to you what he wrote on it. It was, once you get into an argument, then you get to where you want to make your case. And I'll tell you what, it's a statement that he made. It says, let me move it out here where you can see it a little better. John Beckyard reported in the June 1981 issue of Bigfoot Co-op that he sees a baby Sasquatch creature in the Patterson Gimlin film. That is, hanging on for dear life to the Sasquatch mama creature. I was amazed by this bizarre announcement because I have never seen a baby Sasquatch in the film, and I know that the creature is walking alone on the sandbar. I say that I know because I am working with color photographs taken directly from the original film, the same film that Roger Patterson was running in his camera at Bluff Creek. Excuse me. In January 1980, I participated in the first program to produce high-quality color photographs from the original Patterson Gimlin film. The original 16mm Cibachrome 2 film was first enlarged and printed on 4x5-inch Kodak Ektachrome duplicating film, 6121. These 4x5-inch color transparencies were then contact printed on Ilford Cibachrome, a color print material, the sharpest color printing paper available. This printing sequence resulted in the sharpest and clearest color prints ever made of the best frames of the film, having the highest resolution and greatest color fidelity yet produced. For the first time, we have prints which clearly show, listen to this, the creature's face with eyes, nostrils, and lips. The maximum limit of anatomical resolution in the three sharpest Cibachrome prints is about 1 centimeter, meaning that details of the creature's body larger than 1 square centimeter in area are visible in the prints and are capable of basic identification. So, if the Sasquatch mama creature is carrying a baby in the film, then the baby must be smaller than 1 cubic centimeter in volume, smaller than a marble or grape, because it is not visible in the Cibachrome prints. Well, there you go. But in making this argument, you know, he starts to demonstrate it with actual prints. And that's my point that I intend to make. I'm actually going to argue a different issue. I'm not arguing about whether there's a baby in there or not. But let's go back. And we'll get off this one. I'm arguing about the face. Let's see. And I have another one I wanted to look at too. Sometimes a single image will fool you as far as what you think you see. And there's a few images on here. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and find it again. Alright, here we go. Alright, go back. That's 339, 6172. $307. Here's the one I'm looking for right here. Take a look at the face right here. Well, what would you call that face? Would you call that what do they call that term for that? Prognathous? Does it stick out? Does the jaw jut out? Does it have a chin? The reason I'm asking you that is because even with this image being as good as it is, and it seems to show it there, it does not agree with the rest of the film. When I say does not agree, that when you look at a piece of cinema, you have to consider all of them. You can't cherry pick out what you want. So some people would get this and say, look at there's a gorilla face. See how that thing's sticking out there like a gorilla? But that's not it. Let's go back over to here. And I have a clip here that I showed in Honobia, Oklahoma a few years back. It shows a free swinging neck. And the whole time I had been in Bigfooting prior, they had said that the neck had no neck and had turned its entire shoulders. Well, it's just not true. It doesn't show that in the film. Here you go. But what I want to emphasize is, let's see if I can stop this thing. It's not stoppable. The flat face. See, the face is flat. All right, let's go on in on it. What you're seeing is that makes it look extended for one or two frames is you're looking past this hair that's hanging down in front of the ear onto the jaw or the beard, and when the angles turn just right, it looks extended out like this. But when you watch the entire clip, it's very flat-faced. Now this right here was this clip was put together by I put it together by it was taken from John Green's copy, which he wasn't supposed to have, but he did have, and he refused to give it back. Way back when, and there was a lot of arguing and hee-hawing about it and almost fighting. And then there was quiet, and the next thing you know, John is friends with the people he was previously fighting with, and they were asking someone else to give their copy back. But anyways, you see, it's pretty good. Now, Bob Gimlin told me that she had hair like that of an Indian. And what kind of hair is that? If it's like an Indian, like the Asian heritage, it's a round shaft on the hair. The hair has got a round shaft. In other words, it's straight hair. And it's got scales that are very tight to the shaft, very compressed. And so it becomes very reflective. The sun hits it and it shines off of it. You can see it doing that right here. See right there? As she turns her head, you can see the sun reflect off of the hair. That's what Bob was talking about. You can see it right over here too on the side. I think you can see it on the leg too. Yeah, you can see it. See it, sun catch that angle and reflect off that hair. So 339, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfectly good image, but you got to keep in mind that there's other circumstances here. Why one frame does not agree with all the rest of them when it should. And you're taking images at about 16 frames a second, maybe a little less than that. That's very slow shutter speeds, and you can move like this real fast and stretch the image out. Or you can compress the image by moving another direction real fast, because that shutter's staying open for just a little bit, and it makes it smear or makes it yank and pull, stretch. Well, that's an excellent image though. But anyway, I'm going back to the other one, not this one. I'm going back to 339. I gotta find it again. I had it, but now I can't find it. Now I'm completely off of it. All right. There we go. That's the first one I showed you. That's frame 339. You see the hair and everything's pretty good on it. Now, I say the reason why, and it's just my opinion, that they made everything monotone blue is so that you could not tell the difference between the hair and the skin. The skin is the same color as the hair, so it looks monotoned, kind of gorilla-like. But if you look over here at these images over here, you see the skin is a different tone than the hair. So you can see all this is just bare skin. The hair is very light or rubbed off completely. You see some on the back of the arm right here. You see the skin. You can see a little bit on the leg when the sun shines on it. Sun's out really nice and bright. This is very easily corrected. I'll just go over here if I can get back to my okay. There we go. My program. There you go. All blue. You see everything's blue. Everything's got that little monotone blue. Still, the other, it's light, and all the other colors are there. You just take a little blue out, and you're okay. How about that? I've got a great program. I could put it in. It's called Unshake, but I'll just put it in this program just for brevity. Let's see. Right. Boost contrast. There we go. Cibachrome print. Well, anyway, that's all. The only point I wanted to make with this particular one was that it has a flat face, and different copies of the film, different images from the film. You heard what Bonnie had to say about these, that they were the best there was. No, I'd say not. The reason I say not is because he made transparencies first, and then he made these off the transparencies. You see, if you go all the way back to the original, you keep on improving it. He wasn't quite there, but he was pretty close. Let's go back to the neck motion again. Go up here and put this by it. Let's go here. I'm gonna just watch that face right here. Go down from the nose to the chin. And you see this one stretched a little more. But that's okay. That's okay. You're interested in what a Bigfoot looks like. Any picture can be stretched and skewed, but the whole entire gamut of images from off that film, not all of them are not going to be that way. So you have to just look at it and say, well, I've got a really good average, and your eye will do that for you. It'll let you see that face as an average of all those frames. It's got a hair shaft that is, as Bob Gimlin said, like that of an Indian. It's got a straight shaft, no flutes in the shaft, doesn't have a flat side. It's round, and it's got very tight scales, and they all together are reflective. There's your reflection. Right there. More reflection up and down the back. But you can also see that that's a lot of skin there. Alright. They tried to make it look like all skin by lightly dusting it with the color blue. Easy to fix. This right here has not been done that way at all. So you see that she's not blue, she's kind of an auburn color. Very reflective hair. Possibly even refractive. That's a little color correction there. I can take a little more blue, actually. A little too much there. Well, anyways, I thank you for your time.